We'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if everybody could face the colors. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, and thank you all for joining us. Before we get started, I'd like to recognize members of the Szczerba family who came out to support us today, elected officials, and law enforcement leaders in attendance. We're here this morning as we dedicate the new playground equipment to the Lieutenant Szczerba Memorial Park. On December 17, 2011, the community members of Penn Acres unanimously adopted a motion to have their county park named in recognition of Lieutenant Szczerba, who was tragically killed in the line of duty on September 16, 2011. At the time of the dedication, there was no playground equipment. Members of the Penn Acres Civic Association, in collaboration with the Newcastle County Department of Special Services, arranged to have playground equipment installed in the parkland, featuring black and gold police cruisers and Newcastle County Police Shield. This is an excellent way to remember and honor a hero in a way that Joe would appreciate, because he was the type of person who gave back to his community. We hope that the children of Penn Acres will come here to play and residents can reflect on a hero who made the ultimate sacrifice. We would like to thank members of the Penn Acres Civic Association, the Newcastle County Department of Special Services, and the Penn Acres community for their dedication and effort to complete this project. I would now like to invite Newcastle County Police Chief Colonel Vaughn Bond to the podium.
Good afternoon. I think Heather has summed up exactly what I wanted to say. First and foremost, I just wanted to really thank the residents of Penn Acres for their support over the years. That day in September was the darkest day that all of us that wear the Newcastle County Police uniform has ever experienced. And we have leaned on police departments, other law enforcement officials for support during that difficult time. But one neighborhood in this community has probably played the biggest role of support for our police department. Penn Acres residents have stood by us. They've shown us their love and their appreciation. Started with the memorial plaque that is up there, right up the street here on Roosevelt. And then it went to the park, and now it's blossomed into this right here. This is something that we are extremely proud of. I think that Joe is looking down and he's smiling. He's extremely proud of as well. So I want to thank the residents for making this happen. I also want to thank Councilman Smiley for his input into this initiative. Paul Johnson from Special Services. They've done a tremendous job, as you can see from the work that's done here. But most importantly, I want to thank the Szczerba family, because the Szczerba family who is out there, their loved one, Joe, made the ultimate sacrifice. And every time when we see you, the Szczerba family, again, it gives us that strength that we can move on, that we can go another day, because we watch your family do it. So the Szczerbas, thank you very much, and we hope that you're proud of this. And as I was speaking to one of Joe's brothers before we got started, he noticed that the vehicle number, Joe's vehicle number, is actually on this vehicle right here, and that's significant. And so we hope that when the story is told, when the parents bring their children over here, that they will share that just tad bit of that information saying that that was the actual number for that officer's vehicle, Lieutenant Joe Szczerba's vehicle. So again, we thank you all for taking time out to come here. This is very important, and it's my hope also that as the children come out here and they play, that from a selfish reason, that this can be used as a recruiting tool. The kids will, somehow or another, when they get to be 21 years old, they'll say, for some reason, I want to be a county police officer. And they can trace it back to their time of spending here at this parkland. So again, we thank you all for coming out and sharing in this moment with us. And a special thank you to all of those, Paul Johnson, Councilman Smiley, the residents of Penn Acres, Mr. Ben Carter, who had the opportunity to meet with a resident of this community who spends a great deal of time walking and cleaning up in the parkland when he sees debris and trash out and about. But everyone who had a role in this, thank you, sir, very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. I'd now like to call up Councilman Smiley to say a few remarks.
Well, I got a lot's been said about Lieutenant Szczerba. A lot's been said about the park. I guess all's left really for me to talk about myself. So if you'll settle in and relax, we can get going. Now, on a serious note, I've got to thank the people of Penn Acres. This was your vision. You wanted a park. You wanted the playground equipment. You brought it to me. We worked together. We worked through the financial obstacles, and I think it turned out great. Not only does it commemorate the sacrifice of Lieutenant Szczerba, but it's something that whenever you ride by and your children are here, remember all these ladies and gentlemen standing out here in brown. They're out there every day putting themselves on the line to protect us and our children so that they can have safe places like this to come and enjoy themselves. But at the end of the day, for this park, I can't say enough about Paul Johnson and the staff of Special Services in the Parks Department. Every time I call them with an issue, with a concern, they knock it out of the park. And Paul, you guys really, really did it this time, and I applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Smiley. I would now like to invite FOP Lodge 5 President Mike Zelensky to the podium.
Thank you all for gathering here today as we remember and honor one of our fallen brothers, Lieutenant Joseph L. Szczerba. As the President of the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge 5, I'm truly humbled and honored to be here today to address all of you as we rededicate this park in Joe's name. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Newcastle County government, members of the Special Services Division, County Council, the Penn Acres Community and Civic Association, and all those others that assisted in this endeavor. I stood here a few years ago as we officially dedicated this park to Lieutenant Joseph L. Szczerba. And now we have a wonderful and beautiful park in the Penn Acres community, a place where someone can go and enjoy quality time with their family, throw the football, hit a few balls, or just enjoy nature, just as Joe often did. And now we have a new playground equipment designed in the theme of the Newcastle County Police Department, one of Joe's true passions in life. We all knew Joe in one way or another, some more than others, and maybe some a little less than others. But the most important part of today's ceremony is to just take a few moments and reflect on the dedicated service Joe gave to the citizens of Newcastle County. In closing, I ask you to do this. Please take time to teach and share your memories of Joe with your children, families, friends, and colleagues. Bring them to this wonderful park to enjoy all that it has to offer. Those stories, those memories are what keeps Joe's spirit alive, and we need to pass that on to future generations. Thank you.
Again, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out for this dedication. Acting Public Safety Director Mike Honicki, thank you, sir. Councilman Smiley, Mr. Johnson, Colonel Bond, and Mike Zelensky. That concludes our dedication ceremony for today. Thank you all for coming.